Welcome to Torah 2. How do we live with self-sacrifice? The Rebbe explains that we must give strangers not just their needs, but also things that would give them pleasure. Giving to this extent transcends logic. Primarily, this type of giving needs to be directed towards Jewish education. We learn this from this week's parsha, where the Rebbe asks regarding the planting of the Eishel, a tamarisk tree, when the king of the Plishtim made a covenant of peace with Avrohom, and Avraham subsequently lived peacefully in the land for many years. Of all the parts of Avraham's life, why does the Torah make an emphasis of this by having it in the written record? And why does the story of the sacrifice of Yitzchok immediately follow the story of the planting of the Eishel? The Eishel is a tree that has many branches and creates a lot of shade. The purpose was to allow strangers to be protected from the desert sun. Another meaning of Eishel is hotel. Avraham provided complete strangers not only bread and water, but also fruit, meat, wine, and other delicacies. He also established a court of law in his house to help resolve questions amongst the guests. He not only helped with their material problems, but also their spiritual, emotional issues as well, which are even more painful and more difficult to correct than material problems. Giving another their necessities is reasonable. Giving beyond the necessities to the level of pleasure is beyond logic. This level of Mesiras Nefesh, self-sacrifice, that he and his son Yitzchok practiced for decades, gave them the power to happily follow God's command to sacrifice Yitzchok, because they lived with the spirit of self-sacrifice for many years. Self-sacrifice is an inheritance that we receive from Avram, like the natural tendency of parents to give their children not just their needs, but to give them everything possible for them to achieve their potential, especially in the realm of education. They do this without the expectation of a reward. However, as Jews, we exceed the natural tendency and help other Jewish children. We must support Jewish education beyond bare necessities, but to the fullest measure. When you do this, your children will grow up with the spirit of self-sacrifice for Judaism. In addition, God will amply repay you financially, as well as give you health, long life, and nachas, pride from your children.